A young, ambitious New York matchmaker finds herself torn between two very different loves. On one side, her ideal ex-boyfriend, sweet, dependable, but with limited financial means. On the other, a charming, brilliant man with wealth to spare. A decisive choice looms before her: listen to the voice of her heart, or the call of material security. It all begins far back in time, in the age of cavemen. A man walks through the wilderness, carefully picking wildflowers. In his hands, a simple ring woven from petals, meant for the woman he loves. They don't need words, a single glance seals their promise. By offering her this floral crown, he declares his wish to share his life with her. Back to the present. Lucy, our heroine, gets ready for another workday. Crossing the city, she catches the curious gaze of a stranger. Without hesitation, she stops. "Are you single?" she asks. He says yes. She introduces herself. She's a professional matchmaker. She hands him her card, promising she might be able to introduce him to someone special. Soon after, Lucy checks in with a client to see how his date with Sophie, another of her clients, went. His reply is curt: he no longer wants her services. He was looking for a sporty woman in her 30s with a dazzling smile. Sophie, he says, is too old and not his type. Lucy meets Sophie, who is thrilled. She says she had the best evening of her life. But Lucy, awkward and reluctant, must tell her the man doesn't want to see her again. Sophie's joy instantly fades. Lucy tries to comfort her, explaining that dating always carries risks and that trying is a form of courage. Hurt, Sophie accuses her of setting her up with someone who never wanted a woman like her. Lucy defends herself. On paper, they had plenty in common, but chemistry can't be manufactured. She offers Sophie another match, but when Sophie hears the man is nearly 50, she refuses. Frustrated, Sophie says she no longer wants to waste her time. She's only looking for the essentials in a man. Lucy, gentle but firm, promises she'll find the love of her life. But Sophie has lost faith. She's invested time and money for nothing. Back at the agency, Lucy is greeted with applause. Another client just got engaged, her 9th successful match. Cheered on, she gives a light-hearted speech: if a woman wants a man who's 6 feet tall, over 40, with thick hair and a $500,000 annual income, you do everything you can to make it happen. Her humor hides the weight of unrealistic expectations she faces every day. Later, a coworker asks about Sophie. Lucy sighs. She considers her a lost cause. The coworker cynically declares no New York man would date Sophie. She's average in every way, invisible in the dating market. Lucy disagrees. To her, Sophie is kind, sensible, and deserving of love like anyone else. The conversation turns to a potential match named Mark. Lucy hesitates. He's under 6 feet tall. That's what surgery is for, her colleague jokes. Lucy laughs. After all, it does increase a man's value on the market. The day of her client Charlotte's wedding arrives. Backstage, Charlotte panics. She's not uniting kingdoms, she's just becoming a wife, and she's not sure she's ready. Lucy helps her sort out her feelings, and Charlotte regains her confidence, saying "I do" with conviction. At the reception, Lucy meets Harry, the groom's brother, a successful trader. Intrigued by her charisma and knack for recruiting clients, he strikes up a conversation. They compare her job to a morgue or an insurance company. It's less about love than strategy. Harry believes love is the most complex thing in the world. Lucy counters that it can't be controlled, it happens when you least expect it. Their talk becomes more personal. Lucy learns he earns more than she does. He buys her a drink. Served by John, her ex. Their reunion is cordial, tinged with nostalgia. Later, John offers her a ride home. She accepts. On the road, memories resurface. Their breakup, born of constant fights about money, like the night her birthday was ruined over a $25 parking fee. Back then, Lucy exploded. She was done living on the edge of scarcity. Life goes on. Lucy keeps handling demanding clients. She eventually accepts a date with Harry, determined to prove him wrong about her. The outings multiply: fancy restaurants, lavish bouquets. Lucy adores the way he pays the bill, swift and confident, a symbol of his investment in her. To her, Harry is a unicorn, perfect in every way. But she wonders why he'd be interested in a girl like her, with modest roots and no fortune. Harry says he's after something else, qualities that don't fade with time: trust, respect, real partnership. Lucy admits he makes her feel precious, and he assures her she is. They become lovers. Harry's luxurious apartment dazzles her. Meanwhile, John invites her to his play. Sophie, after a date with Mark, seems to have finally met someone good, or so it seems. Until Lucy learns the unthinkable: Sophie has been assaulted by Mark. Shaken, she wants to help, but her boss forbids her from reaching out. Learning that this isn't the first incident leaves her deeply unsettled. She attends John's play anyway, bringing Harry along. Talking with John, the topic shifts to her current relationship, making him uneasy. Her work is wearing her down: difficult clients, failures, frustrations. She admits to her boss she hates her clients and no longer believes in what she sells. Her boss orders her to take a month off. Lucy uses the break to visit Sophie. Tensions flare. Sophie accuses her of throwing her into the arms of just anyone, of treating her like merchandise, even calling her a pimp. Shaken, Lucy retreats to Harry's place and finds an engagement ring. Then, scars on his legs: he's had surgery to become taller. They both admit they never truly loved each other, just the idea of what the other represented. Lucy seeks out John. Together, they take an impromptu road trip, crash a stranger's wedding, dance, kiss, but she still has doubts. Then Sophie calls, terrified. Mark is outside her home. Lucy rushes there with John, comforts her, and the two women reconcile. Later, John tells Lucy he wants to start over with her. She agrees. He's the only reason she still believes in true love. She quits the agency. Sophie finally finds her match. And one day, John sits beside her, a flower in hand, and asks her to marry him. Lucy, deeply moved, says yes.